Hi, Holly. How are you? Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Welcome those tuning in on the replay and those just filing in. We are going to do a meditation today, y'all, empowering the volunteers and the collective who already has the eyes to see. And sorry, I just got done channeling water for a client, so there's still residual water. Um, but so anyway, we're going to be empowering those who have the eyes to see what's truly going on, and also to unlock the hearts of the others who do not, or may be falling into propagandized type of distortion, we'll say. Hello, Sue. My computer is like, there we go. It was tripping for a minute. All better. Okay. Folded some laundry with one hand. Of course you did, Holly. Of course you did. Lady, you don't know how to rest. I'm just kidding. I'm sure you've been resting yourself a little, but you know, we still got to do what we got to do, right? I'm there with you. I preach rest, take your time, do the, and then I've got like 8,000 projects going on. Hi, Cassandra. Hi, Susan. I love you guys. Um, so yeah, I'm one of those. I need to listen, I guess, to myself. But it is part of my fun. It is part of my relaxing is to research and go down rabbit holes and, do all of these special ADHD brain hyperfixation tasks. So, I mean, that's my downtime. Um, so I get it. I get it. And with all these kids, I totally get the one handed laundry folding. How's everybody doing? We're going to do a meditation, empowering our volunteers for the new earth and anchoring those frequencies while also holding space, sending love, healing, all of that to those who are not aligned with humanitarianism. That's putting it nicely. See, thanks, water. I'm glad I had water channeled through with a client before this because she's allowing it to all flow beautifully. So, super awesome stuff. Okay. We're going to go ahead and do the reading. It's going to be a little shorter probably than normal. And then we will get into the meditation. So if you're sticking around for that, if you're participating in that, make sure that you have all of your cozy stuff, your sacred space set up, and all of that. If that resonates for you, if that aligns to you. Okay. I have a feeling this is going to go more towards the collective side of things, just because that's, what our topic is for today, all about the collective side of things. So I'll try to translate to individual experiences too. But as I was pulling the cards on, I'm like, oh, okay. Because right in the center of the reading, you guys, we have the Emperor reverse. This is narcissism. This is, control, power, scheming type energy, and it is dead center of the reading. But we have the perception card right above that. So, like, yeah, you could be dealing with some kind of a narcissistic energy in your life, or just oppression, suppression, triggers, traumas, things like that surfacing. So I will try to, you know, parallel these things. Okay. Oh. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have Eight of Cups reversed. This is, um, inability to walk away from that which is unfulfilling. Hi, Divyansha. Thank you for joining us again today, love. So a lot is surfacing collectively right now and for individuals in their lives, but on the world scale, there are things that humanity hasn't been able to get past. Perhaps for you, these are traumas, triggers, energies that you've had a hard time overcoming or truly getting past in your own life. Um, Themes of control, of overgiving, overstimulation, taking orders. And for like individuals in their own lives, that would be perhaps staying quiet, not speaking, not self advocating or advocating for others for fear of what kind of resistance you may come up against. You see how the themes run collectively. Hello, Anna. I love you. Um, Six of Swords is showing up in the reverse also. And then this card in the upright, the hare is just sitting on the side, just chilling, letting that tortoise get ahead because it's like, oh, don't worry about it. I know I'm going to beat you anyway. I got this beat. But that's not always the case. Okay? Someone might feel like they have something over you, or you might feel like someone has some kind of control or some kind of um, some holding something over your head. And it doesn't have to be, hi Angela, love you. It doesn't have to be like another person or situation. It could be like you got to pay rent and you don't have it, and like the landlord is breathing down your neck, or you got bills to pay. You can't get caught up in this economy. Who can? um this could be friend groups. You feel kind of alienated because your frequency is different, and you're still investing your energy in these old places where, yes, at one time you were aligned to them, they served you, you felt right at home, but now things are changing. Your frequency has shifted, and you could be dealing with, because when other people think that energetically you're out of place, whether they realize anything about energy or not, you get the side eyes, you get the like treated weird, and people don't really know what to make of your frequency. So you could be experiencing a lot of that right now, a lot surfacing. Moon in the reverse, turbulent tides. Okay. This could be belief systems that are being held onto or trying to be resurrected. This could be you know information about people or people's true colors shining, right? All of that is happening for us right now on the individual stage and the world stage. Ten of Swords, so that it can be brought to an end. Okay, we're all little worker bees. How are we supposed to do what we're supposed to do and live an abundant enough life to sustain ourselves when we've got swords and daggers and all of these weapons being thrown at us? We're being manipulated in ways that we don't always realize, because we know that the world is not truly run by the uh, people perceived to be in power. It is more of a corporatized thing now, and they pick and choose laws to put into action, never follow themselves, that only suppress the majority and enslave them so that they can, be the one holding all of this over others' heads. So you very much could be dealing with that kind of an energy in your own life. And this energy might be you doing this to you. Okay. It doesn't always come from external circumstances, because as within, so without, right? So obviously, on some level, there's some kind of a discord, some kind of a misalignment within ourselves or within the energies that we carry through us now, because past energies, past traumas conflicting with our higher frequencies, these things that we're anchoring in. So, you know, there's chaos. Things have to purge. Things have to come to our realization before we can fix them, because unless we first recognize that there is a problem, we cannot bring a solution to that. So this is happening for us individually and on the grander scale. The Lovers card showing up in the reverse. This is Gemini season, y'all. Okay, we're in Gemini season, and the Lovers is a card of Gemini, and it's on its fucking head. Okay, what a year this June has been. This Gemini season has been, right? It's like boom, boom, boom. Everyone's got rubble piled on top of them all at once, individually and on the collective scale. It's like, when can we come up for a breath? Things are not moving forward because there are still misalignments. You can't continue moving forward building this new earth while the old still exists. You can't continue building your new life while the old still exists. So we're in this in-between stage. We are butterfly soup right now, y'all. We're still trying to, there are those who are trying to fight the new coming in, and there are others who are trying to fight the old as it is exiting. Neither are going to get us very far. Building the new is what we're meant to focus on. Like we always talk about, whatever your intended trajectory, aligning your thoughts, behaviors, actions, beliefs, your frequency to that outcome, instead of staying here in the old rubble, in the old relationship or the old job or the old situation that is not sustaining us, not fulfilling us, depleting us, you know, completely. We've been weeding out the garden for years now, you guys. We've had a lot of experience in our own individual lives. So now in our individual lives, circumstances come to a head. These energies surface all boom, boom, boom in a big way all at once. And we are forced to put into effect these tools, this wisdom, the knowledge, the experience that we've gained over the past several years, applying that, you know, to situations that would crop up here and there, right? Cropping up here and there. I had enough downtime in between to really be able to, you know, absorb what I've learned and figure out how and why this is showing up and what to do if this ever happens again, or also teaching this to others that might be in similar circumstances that we've already come through. So now it's like all of it happening all at once. Now this is our King Koopa moment, you guys. This is where we really hold it down. This is where we maintain that balance, because individually we're getting collective energy bleeding through. We are taking on, because empaths, you know, we're taking on collective energies. Even when we're cleansing, even when we're grounding, we can't help but take on these collective energies because we are part of this collective for now. Okay. So that's why we've been stressing doing so much more grounding and protection and shielding and, you know, cloaking and things of that nature, because if we didn't, it would be incredibly worse, like tremendously, incredibly, like so big, way worse. Okay. So big, I don't have the words for it. And that's not always, you know, a theme with me. I usually have some kind of something to say. Even if I feel like I'm speechless, I can still work up something. So it's big. Okay. Raining all around us, problems. We got 9 of Cups in the reverse. This is the opposite of wish fulfillment. This is not fulfilled. This is not abundant. This is not, you know, feeling comfortable and safe and, you know, like everything is all good emotionally. We're everywhere. But these things have to happen. The new earth cannot come together while still the old systems are operating. And we've talked about this. You've heard other people talk about this all through the spiritual community for years, for decades even. I don't know if my kids are pulling back up. I don't know who this is. Someone just pulled up to my driveway. But so sorry. I'll handle it as necessary. I think it's my kids. Anyway, she wasn't supposed to like bring them back. My kids are gone playing with a friend, and they were supposed to be gone for a few more hours, so it just kind of caught me by surprise. They're not getting out of the car. I can't quite see. Okay, whatever. We'll just deal with it as it comes, y'all. Okay. So upheaval needs to happen. The current structures, they're not benefiting anyone except for those who are in power in some way in these governments. And even if they're fighting against things that are going on right now, they still have stakes. They still have personal stakes. And all is going to be revealed from each individual officer on the lowest totem pole, um, all the way up to, yeah, I think it's my kids, all the way up to, the standing president or authoritarian or dictator or whatever, might be experienced from country to country at this time. Um, all of the ugliness has to surface. And the only way that we're going to be able to really see that and understand it for what it truly is, and understand what's been happening for so many thousands of years, we have to look it right in the face. We have to all in some way be immediately impacted by things like that. Yeah, it's my kids. So we all have to be, not all of us, those of us who have extreme empathy don't have a problem with understanding and being able to see from other perspectives. But those who are deeply entrenched in the control matrix and have been on that wheel of karma for so long now, it's not so blatantly obvious to them. So it's up to us to hold the frequency. Remember also that they are operating from a place of brainwashing, okay, of lifetimes worth of this programming and brainwashing. So having compassion, having understanding and love for those, but also being the gentle force. We have gentle force right over here. I know I kind of got sidetracked with all the distraction going on, but we're still keeping it kind of in line. So we'll continue. We have next to that lovers in the reverse, we have 5 of cups in the reverse. Like 5 of cups in the upright, that's seeing like this isn't working. That's focusing on the things that aren't working, that have our attention so tunnel vision that we don't even see the possibilities. Those 3 cups, right behind her, don't even see the possibilities. But this is in the reverse. So this isn't us not seeing the possibilities. This is allowing the shit to crumble while also becoming creative and resourceful, because right above that bottom of the deck, we have creativity. Okay. 3 and 9, 3, 6, 9 are present here. Okay. Because 6 goes into 9. We've got 3, and then we've got 9 here represented physically. So creation, creativity. Those of us who can perceive things from a higher perspective can see clearly, and we can apply our resourcefulness that we have experienced time and time again in our lifetimes, in this lifetime, accumulating all of this just for now, just to be able to apply that now, along with our otherworldly energies. So we're sitting pretty. Okay, King of Pentacles, we're anchoring the frequency, divine masculine on point. All right, this is taking tangible action, but he ain't no dummy, right? He's not just getting all emotional and flying off the handle and doing whatever the hell he wants. He is balanced, grounded. He perceives the direction, the trajectory of each decision, and considers that heavily, coming from an emotionally balanced and grounded place. Hi, Nicole. We love you. Thank you for showing up, darling. And being strategic about the moves that he makes. There are unlimited possibilities available to us right now because of all of the things that are happening for us collectively, but also on our individual scale. Because in your individual life, we're getting resourceful. We're starting to create these new beginnings. We're creating new beginnings. That's card number 2, things actually coming together, because now we've cleared that that despondency, that lack, that oppression, that giving in because we feel so much tinier than we truly are. Each individual one of us is very, very powerful. And recognizing that, stepping into our own power, and then applying that moving forward and showing other people you can stand in your power too. You can stand in your light too. You have a voice. Okay. You have a vote. You have a thought. And as long as we're all aligned to unity and oneness, we can create anything, unlimited possibilities, because this is our new beginning. This is what we have wanted for so long, but it's coming packaged up like, one of those glitter shit bombs, like, the, the dog poop that people like would explode on people's porches and stuff. I've never done that before, never had it happen to me, but I've heard of it. Okay, it's like one of those with all yeah, you guys know what I'm getting at. Anyway, it's disguised as one of those, right? Nobody wants that shit on their porch. Nobody wants that at their home, on their doorstep. We came here to this place because this is the doorstep it was going to be laid on. And it might be disguised in a poo package of glitter and stank, but it's causing the cataclysm, or not cataclysm. I mean, that too, obviously, psychic slip. The catalyst is what I meant. Causing this catalyst for unlimited possibilities, unlimited creation and possibilities in your own life. Because once you overcome that which has been hindering you, that which has been anchoring you down, you can do anything. Okay, forgiveness for yourself and for others, because the saying, they know not what they do, forgive them for they know not what they do. They are programmed. They have been programmed for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So having some grace in any situation, but on the collective scale as well, even though it's incredibly difficult. Okay, it's difficult for me too. But I have this higher perspective that's more powerful than my personal petty one, right? My human one that wants to be petty and like F shit up because of all of this. Mama bear mode, we got to tone it down a little bit. We got to bring it a little more divine. Can't be playing their game on their level in their frequency, because we're much higher than that. All right. So apply that to your own experience as well. It's all about your perspective. We have the yin and the yang here, card number 9, with perception. It's all about how you see it. Flip the fucking narrative. Flip the fucking frequency. Okay. Yeshua being said to flip tables in the temple. That is this moment. We're flipping shit the fuck back up. Okay. Because it's inverted. It's been upside down and inverted and negative for way too long. So we're using that power, we're using that anger, we're using your suppression tactics and your oppression tactics, and we're flipping that bitch on its head, because this is power. Because we are all unifying for the good of all, not for the good of the few. Okay? Not for the good of the few. For the good of all. Because that's where Gaia's frequency is. Okay? And if you can't hang with that, then you're going to get shaken off, period. End of fucking story. We've got all of these, volcanoes, tectonic plates shifting. The winds are coming because all of these ancient codes, all of these ancient traumas are surfacing. They're breaking through these cracks and fissures because Gaia's ready to purge too. She's purging right alongside us, baby. She is in it with us. She's clearing and purging. The winds are coming through. They're sweeping it through. Yes, there's heart manipulation and all of that kind of weather manipulation stuff, but they're unwittingly helping the process because they're doing it from a place of not great intentions, negative intentions, okay? Regressive intentions. That is not going to fly anymore. Okay, source already sent out the code, the orders. We all collectively, as the source, decided this is done. This is no longer going to happen here. So people will be exiting the planet in whatever way makes the most sense for them and that their soul has planned and is most aligned with their soul's lessons. End of story. So we're sitting here pretty anchored in our energy, anchoring this new earth frequency, abundant AF, okay? And it doesn't matter what this short little fat walrus does, okay? Doesn't matter. He's a narcissistic pig. Doesn't matter what you throw at us. We are united. Human consciousness is uniting at the most rapid rate that it ever has, because consciousness was raised enough for people to be able to see clearly, to sense clearly, to really have empathy for one another, and to have a firmer understanding, more educated now than they had been for thousands of years, but, you know, not much of an improvement in that aspect. Hello, Mala, we love you. Good night. So frequency wise, the collective is at that tipping point. Okay. So when these things surface, when we have to band together for our own well-being and the well-being of our communities, our loved ones, our brothers and sisters of humanity, when we all have to band together at such a rapid rate, because it's not just the US, it's not just Gaza, it's in the Congo, okay, it's in El Salvador, it's in Guatemala, it's in many different places. I didn't even list them all. But it's popping off everywhere, okay? Because the collective unveiling has to take place. So when it's happening collectively, all at the same time, stuff's popping off everywhere, okay? Our humanity, our empathy starts to take over. And that energy ripples out, it encompasses, it moves in waves. And so even those who have been programmed and, you know, just completely brainwashed by the matrix will also be seeing, because energy is contagious. Okay. This is the time that that's happening. It's a beautiful thing. I have been crying watching videos of people coming together to help one another, to support those who are standing up for the rights of their communities and their citizens and all of us in general. Okay. The amazing hearts that you see. It's beautiful. It's like the most beautiful thing. It's so fulfilling for me. So I guess the kids are here playing in the yard. Hopefully they'll keep quiet enough during the meditation, but my dog just came back in. Thanks for the distraction from me, because I could have gone into a whole ball bag moment. This Emperor reverse is trying to, Three of Cups reverse, cause division, cause separation. Little fat short little fat walrus. Yeah. I have my own opinions. And that's my human way of transmuting that energy. So fat little fucking orange walrus. There we go. Chicken taco. So bring some humor into it. In LA, and not just LA, I've seen it in a couple of other places too, mostly in California. Duncan just came in too. But I've seen it everywhere. People, you know, during the protesting, during the craziness that's going on around them, they're dropping it like it's hot. They're shaking their asses, okay? They are transmuting the fuck out of that place. There are light workers, star seeds, shadow workers, just volunteers all up in the mix, okay? There are people going there to aid one another just as medics and helping one another, okay? We have so much attention being brought all over the place right now with what happened with Greta in international waters last night. If you don't know, Greta Thunberg from Sweden and her entire very small 12-manned little ship carrying necessary medical supplies, baby formula, because people are starving and dying, and prosthetics for babies, for kids. These people of Gaza are suffering and they're starving them to death. It's just, there are no words. They were seized, and it wasn't even within their jurisdiction. They did this in international waters. And you know why? Because now all eyes are on them from multiple countries. Now there's a lot of attention. Now we're getting this attention. We're getting everyone woken up. Just put it right there, please. And can you shut my door since you guys are back? So there's a lot going on right now. Yes, there's a lot shifting and changing. Yes, there's a lot of chaos and ugliness and just horrors taking place right now. But we have to perceive them. We have to shed light on them. They have to surface. Okay? They have to surface so we can Ten of Swords that shit, you guys. It's all about divine timing and teaching right next to that perception card. Okay? This is divine timing. This is divinely orchestrated and divinely ordered. The souls knew their purpose. They knew exactly what was going to happen before this all began to unfold. So holding those souls in reverence and love and gratitude for the roles that they're fulfilling here, right here and now, is, you know, if you can't do anything else other than that, just do that. If you're not in affected areas or you don't really know what to do that. Even though these things that are trying to divide us and persisting, we don't have to allow that. When we all stand as one for the highest good of all, imagine imagine how quickly this entire plane transforms at that moment. And that moment is coming. Divine timing, baby. Okay. Card number 30, 3 + 0. That's creation and the God force, the source energy. Transformation, right over here. Transformation. So it is a longer reading. I expected it to be shorter, but because not that many cards came out. But yeah, I guess I'm called to speak on them all. Radical change and intentional shift. We are shifting this bitch with our intention. We are changing this place, and that is exactly what we were assigned to do. We understand the assignment, and even though we might have our own struggles, our own, you know, moments where our knees hit the ground and we're not sure exactly what we can do or what we're even here for, that's the moment. Channel that energy, harness that energy, and apply it to creation. Lady of the Lake, new beginnings, and something is about to happen. Something is happening, Lady of the Lake. Come help us, rescue us, please be our savior. Water's here to save us all. The waters within are turning. The waters within are cleansing. They're purging. And they are being restored to their natural state. Think plasma energy, guys. New beginnings, something is about to happen. Something is happening, okay? We're shifting this. We're flipping it on its head. And no matter how bleak the circumstances may look at times, trust and believe, anchor that frequency, okay? Duncan, are you serious? You guys know the drill. Hold on. There you go, son. Don't come back, please. Thank you. Okay, so the kids were supposed to be gone for several hours, but hey, I got like 2 hours, so it's good. Hour and a half. It's good. So before we start the meditation, I will remind them to please, while we are doing the meditation, so we don't have any kind of interruptions. Water codes, ancient wisdom, the intelligence is within you. What did I just fucking say? The waters within you are churning, okay? Within all of us, the ancient, pure, true source codes are rising, and people are having a difficult time with themselves right now. They're having cognitive dissonance. They've got these high frequency ancient codes, these true natural source blueprint codes, source matrix codes, instead of the inversion, the false matrix and stuff, but they've still got the residue of that, so they're having internal clashing. I do not want him back in here. I just put him out because he was meowing. Oh. Bruh, can you come pick him up and take him away?
He probably just wants to eat.
He just ate, though. Okay, just go. Thank you. Hey, shut my door, please.
Oh. Wait,
Thank
did
you.
You just get on?
I'm doing my podcast right now. I'm right in the middle of it. I'm live. And okay. This is my parenting struggles, like all day, every day. I'll speak and then they'll just run off and don't even hear it. I'm like, okay. Anyway. Ancient wisdom, the waters within. The waters within Gaia are surfacing right now. There are amazing springs being discovered, newly discovered, not always been there. These are like springing new springs out of nowhere, okay, that are being discovered all over this plane right now. And not only that, within our own oceans, that we don't see these things, we won't be notified of these things happening, because even if they did detect that, they would want to keep that hush hush. Okay, so a lot of those things we're not always going to see, but trust and believe that they are happening. They are happening to bring us back into balance, to bring our ancient wisdoms, yes, but along with that comes ancient traumas, ancient triggers, you know, all of it's surfacing, but the light has already won. So this is just the unfolding. Okay. The well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, and compassion for yourself and others right now, even the ones, and you know who I'm talking about, the ones that spew hatred and negativity and propaganda and brainwashing. You know who I'm talking about here. Okay. Kindness, respect, reverence, compassion also for them. All beings are source beings, okay? And because they were infected by this fear virus lifetimes and lifetimes ago, they were overcome by this. They were steeped further and further every single time they went around the karmic wheel into this programming, suppression, oppression. This is normal. Human beings should be, live a miserable existence, and that's what they're supposed to do because that's normal. But don't worry, because after you die, you'll go to heaven and you'll be, sitting on the little throne right next to God. Don't worry about it. And then they go back around on the karma wheel, back around, spit back out another vagina or stomach hole, whatever. We have to bring some understanding to that because of our higher perspective. Compassion for that because of our higher perspective. Because to us, it seems so blatantly obvious and clear. But to someone who has spent the last 10,000 lifetimes being programmed and reprogrammed and embedded and embedded and embedded even further into this programming, so much so that they couldn't escape that. And Gaia sent out a call. Hey, yo, these people are not doing good. They don't even remember. They don't even have a whisper of a memory of who they truly are. We need help. Because this is dragging down my vibe too. I ain't able to ascend because the beings around here are doing some fuck shit. So from that perspective, okay, from that much higher perspective, anchor compassion, love, reverence for them as well, because even those who are displaying regressive behavior, they're playing a part in this entire play, okay, in this entire unfolding. They're playing crucial points to get us to that point. The villain, I love villains in movies, okay, not all of them, but there are some that I'm like, oh, he makes a really good villain. Like, I really like that because he played that villain role so well. Not that I like what the villain in that role did to others or anything like that. It's just like, wow, that's some talent. So we have to remember to apply that to this stage too. I gotta let Duncan out again. All right. You're not coming back in here, bro. Go get a life. Thank you. Do not let him back in here. Needy little boy. So, understanding, even in that perspective, that's transmuting, okay? That is further dissolving the me versus them, the us versus them, the this group versus the other group. That starts to dissolve these fictitious dividing lines. Compassion and forgiveness, understanding from that higher perspective. And I know I've done it, and I've told you guys about my experience having done that with regard to my ex who severely traumatized my daughter and my kids. How could another human being do that to someone that they were supposed to be a protector of? They raised this kid since they were 5 and you know, not birthed them, but, you know, contributed to their existence. How could you inflict such trauma and pain on someone that close to you? On anyone at all. But much less on a child or a baby, newborns. That was hard for me. But understanding, as I'm shown, that align with flags, little red flags that I didn't really didn't catch in the moment, but looking back 2020, okay, I could see clearly that this person was also a product of the same trauma and went and got caught in that cycle themselves. So from that perspective, from that understanding, even deepened and broadened by seeing past life information and experiences by that being, gave me more understanding of that too, to which I am able to bring in compassion, love, reverence for, you know, that soul has served as a tool, as a purpose for other souls' evolutions through their atrocities. So from that space, I was able to forgive and not anchor myself in that hatred, in that disgust, in that heartbreak. Only way that I was able to move forward. The only way I was able to move forward from that situation. So I've applied it in my individual perspective, in my individual life. I have walked the fucking walk. And everyone else can too. It just takes shifting that perspective, how you're perceiving things. Okay? Confidence, faith to rely on yourself. Shine your fucking light. Advocate, speak up, use your voice. Be the example, be the frequency. If you can do nothing else, just hold the frequency and anchor it here. Hold the vision, hold that trajectory. Align your words, your thoughts, your actions to that. That's what you can do, because we're here to restore harmony. And harmony sometimes looks like chaos, peace and balance. Until you have all components of the situation, you can't balance them. Until you are aware of and understand each individual component, or that which is to be weighed on the scales, you know, to physically put them on there, see which side weighs more. In order to bring balance, we must have all the components. We must see them. We must become consciously aware of them. And it is not comfortable. It is torture for some. And for those souls, utmost respect, reverence, love, and gratitude for the role that they are fulfilling. Even the crying babies who are starving and dying in Gaza, especially them. gentle force, consistency, persistence, patience, and the long game. That's what we're here for. That is what we are holding down. We will not bend to the wills of these small, short, fat walrus men. That wounded masculine energy that oppresses, that suppresses, that steps on those perceived to be weaker. Goes kidnapping them up off the streets because they're weaker, because they ain't in no gang. That's why your ass is scared to go pick up those ones. So let's just go ahead and start picking off, the ones that are peaceful, that are just living their lives. We'll leave the bad guys on the streets because we want those. Because that generates more bad guys on the streets, and that's how we can snatch them up and toss them in the pen and make money off of them and their relatives. We're here to be the gentle force that says, no, we're not doing this anymore. We're standing up. We're standing together. And we're creating a life that's worth living for us and every other generation moving forward. Immerse yourself, training, learning new hobbies and passions. Anchor your passions, anchor your frequency. Do as much as you can right now to extract every single drop of joy out of your life that you can, because this is what helps to sustain you. And you are also projecting that frequency into the collective. You are a beacon, you are a signal, you are the antenna, you are the projector. So you every time you experience a good emotion, you're also beaming that out. Okay. And there's so much of that needed right now amongst all of the lower frequency emotions. That is so needed. So shake your ass on the protest lines, baby. Okay. Shake your ass in a video or seeing like our lovely Susan. Transmute energies, uncomfortable laughs. You guys see me do it all the time when I'm trying to convey something in a reading, that might be perceived by others as something uncomfortable or unfavorable to hear, but I got to do it anyway. You'll see me nervous laugh, right? And that helps to transmute energy. So do whatever you can to anchor in these higher frequencies, express the emotions, advocate, speak out, cry out if you must. Okay. There is nothing low frequency about that. That is that is emotional expression. That is expressing those things so that they don't stagnate. And others who see the emotion caused within you because of external circumstances, it's going to affect them on a real level. And it's going to crack them wide open too. Right now is the time to be emotional in a healthy way, though. Okay. Don't make it toxic. But now is the time to express our authenticity in every way. Our joy, our sadness, our frustration. They don't want us to do this because they've trained us that that's bad manners, especially for women. Do it anyway. Do it just because. Do it because fuck them. Love you guys. All right. I'll clean up these cards, and then I'm going to remind my children to be very quiet because we are doing a meditation, and then we'll get things going with this meditation. And it doesn't matter when you listen to it. If you want to listen to it again and again and do the meditation, anytime you do this, it contributes to the collective energy. So all of us together, doesn't time, space, that doesn't matter. So this is very potent. You're welcome, Anna. Thank you. I love you. And thank you for your order too. I will be getting that out soon. I know it takes like a month to finally get to you, but I'm getting that together and we'll have it sent off tomorrow for sure. I've got I have a client, a local client after this that I have to meet up with. So I'm not going to be able to spend too much time. That's in about an hour. So yeah, I will get it all finished and sent off tomorrow. You're welcome. I love you. Yeah, that was a lot longer of a reading than I anticipated. I guess I have a lot to say on the collective, the current collective energy. Let me go tell these kids that I need them to be quiet. And then we'll begin. So why don't you guys start getting all your cozies, get your spot, get your sacred space, light a candle, light an incense, whatever you're going to do. And I'll be right back. All right, here I come. They're all being like really good right now anyway. Services on, yes, the services are on sale. There is no code. The prices have been adjusted from the back end of things for the actual price, the listed online price. So my 1 hour sessions, 1 hour consultation, Akashic reading, tarot reading, consultation of any sort, training, anything like that, $111 right now for an hour. What else? Oh, my past life regression has been reduced also to 111, which takes 2 hours. So for for 2 hours of my time, you get it for the same price of a 1 hour reading. Okay. And then the quantum hypnosis with my method, the distance one. Okay. That one is on sale for $222. It is marked down from $333. So it's on sale for $111 cheaper right now, which is about a 4 to 5 hour session. So if you're looking to have a quantum hypnosis, which incorporates the past life regression plus the higher self, body scan, healing, discovery, answering of questions that you may have, that is on sale for $222 right now, $222. And the past life regression, just on its own, 2 hour long session is $111 right now. So yes, both the products and the services are on sale. So if you want to take advantage and also help to contribute to the caring for my children, the good of my household, the paying of my bills and all that, then please absolutely get over to my website and do that, rebelspiritrising.com. So thank you, Sue, for bringing that up. All right. Let me get my meditation document open. All right. And we will start the meditation music. Get yourself sitting pretty, sitting cozy. Best for you. Let me know if that volume is good or if you want me to turn it down. Ooh. My hair's a mess because it was kind of windy outside and I had to go outside. Okay. And I'll try not to lean in my chair either because the WD-40, I didn't do it in the right spot. Okay. Everyone good with the volume? Sorry if you hear a little fumbling. I'm just trying to get my microphone in my hand so I can better protect it from outside noises. Good? Okay, thank you, Susan. All right. Let's begin by finding stillness. Close your eyes. Bring attention to your breath. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for a moment. And then gently exhale through your mouth. With every breath in, draw in peace. With every breath out, release tension. Feel your spine lengthen. Feel your heart soften. Feel your soul arriving fully in this moment. Now, with your next inhale, imagine a column of brilliant golden white light descending from above. This is the frequency of Source, your love, your justice, your freedom. Let this light enter your crown. Fill your mind. Soften your heart. Flow down through your spine and root into the core of Mother Gaia. You are the bridge. You are the vessel. You are the light. Let your heart center expand with this radiant glow, bathing your chest in warmth and peace. With every beat, feel this light pulse outward, rippling into the grid of the earth. Now, visualize the earth gently floating in front of you. You are much larger than the planet now. Your heart as wide as the sky. From the golden light in your heart, begin to send waves of love and protection to all beings who are suffering. To the children in war zones, to the families living in fear, for the ones who feel forgotten, broken, or silenced. Wrap them in golden light. See their bodies relaxing, their minds finding stillness, their hearts remembering hope. Now, place a shield of crystalline light around the entire planet. A global protection field woven from compassion, truth, and peace. It cannot be broken by hatred. It cannot be pierced by fear. It is pure source, anchored by us, here and now. Now, shift your awareness to the strongholds of hatred and propaganda, those clouded by fear, anger, and illusion. And without judgment, send light directly into those spaces. Into media centers, government buildings, prisons, military bases, and wounded minds. See the dark fog begin to lift. See rigid hearts begin to soften. See hands once clenched in violence begin to open. Say softly in your mind, you are loved. You are not your pain. You are welcome to awaken. Watch as consciousness begins to rise. People once divided, now standing together. Eyes once blind, now seeing with clarity. Hearts once closed, now wide open. The spell is broken. The heart remembers. Now, call your focus back to the light bringers, the peacekeepers, the ones holding the frequency of love across this earth. That includes you. Feel a surge of power rising within you. It is ancient. It is sovereign. It is unstoppable. You are not alone. We are legion. We are many. We are the architects of the new earth. Let your light expand again, connecting with others like you, souls across the earth plane, forming a unified grid of truth and compassion. We are anchoring love. We are broadcasting peace. We are activating justice. And so it is. Begin to bring your awareness gently back to your body. Feel your feet on the floor, your breath in your lungs, your heart full and open. Take one final deep breath in. Hold it and release it with gratitude. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, gently open your eyes, bringing this frequency with you into the world. I really liked that one, if I do say so myself. All right, how is everybody feeling? Anyone want to share their experience or anything like that? We would love to hear it. And hello, Sonia. I love you. I'll give you guys some time with the lag and with coming back into your bodies. Hi, Sonia. We love you. Such a beautiful, beautiful soul. We love you so much, Sonia. Now that everyone's probably back, unless you drifted off to sleep, let me know how you're feeling. what kind of effects that might have had. Your body is buzzing right now. I love that, Anna. You're so tuned to frequencies, that you just you vibrate at the frequency. So that's beautiful. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you, Susan. I love you. And we can come back and we can do this meditation at any time. 11111, as I say that, 1 hour, 11 minutes, 11 seconds, right when I said that. So there is no true concept of time and space. That's an earthly concept, as we know. So anytime you feel like it's hard for you to have compassion, to understand the greater perspective, I'm going to have to do the meditation to you guys. Because I've been grappling with that lately, staying in my more spiritual perspective as opposed to letting my emotions and my thoughts get the best of me. So um, as we are experiencing all of these events unfolding, if you are having moments of weakness or moments where you really need to, shore up your light and your confidence and root yourself back in that energy, please feel free to go back and do the meditation again. You get Zen relaxation. Thank you, Susan. I love you. Um, so, yeah, if you at any time want to come back to this meditation, it will help to anchor you in your light, help to anchor you in your higher perspective. And we really need a lot of that right now. So I love you guys so much. I'm going to have to get off of here so that I can prepare to go meet my client. Got a local client, so we're going to meet up today. So I got to get to that. But I love you guys so much. We will be back again tomorrow with something else excellent. Not quite exactly sure, but I feel like more so collective focused things this week are going to be the spotlight for our podcast this week. So doing whatever we can to hold down the frequency fort and anchor these new earth frequencies. We're going to do it, and we might talk about some chaos, and we might allow ourselves to be human and get a little bit petty at times, and that's okay. But together we're going to get through this. Together we're going to help our communities get through this, and not only get through it, but bring about the new earth paradigm, which we have been constructing since we exited the womb. So we all love you so much, Susan. And you're welcome, Sonia. Thank you. Thank you. We're going to go meet up at the park right there next to the river. So we'll get some water action. We'll get some grounding energy, and my kids can go off and play while I do my work. And it's just, I couldn't think of a better setting for that to take place, for an in-person session. So I love you guys so much. I will see you later on tonight. I'm probably going to try to record and post some TikToks tonight. So if you're on TikTok, then you can catch more of me over there. But until then, I will see you tomorrow. So I love you guys. Take care. Thank you. Thank you again. rebelspiritrising.com if you want to check out any of my goods and services that are slashed right now in the price realm of things. So much more affordable for you guys, and it gets some income generated for myself, because yo girls got some bills to pay still. So I love you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your presence, your time, your love, your energy, your contributions in every single way that you guys possibly can. I just adore you. I love this community that we've built. So I will see you guys later. Mwah. Have a beautiful rest of your day, your night, your morning, whatever time it is for whatever part of this realm that